woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, mayday. Bubbles and these models it's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk down the man.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And a former Heisman winner. This is Mark Ingram. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. On 2nd down, Ingram. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Brees. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Gun! Look out!
After the interception, here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On second down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on fourth down.
Hey, express! Get up!
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And the Saints will have the football back. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now Breeze. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there, and what a great play he just made.
Get up!
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Past the 20, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Ito Smith, his first carry, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, He looked like one of those guys.
Get up!
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
11. Hey, gun. Space. Hey, right here.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. 18 yards there and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Oh, the hurdle. Oh. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Mark Ingram really coming into form in the NFL. First 5 years in the league, didn't have a 1,000-yard season, but he's done it the past 2 years.
Yeah, and I think a couple of reasons for that. Number one, offensive line has been rebuilt, and they put a lot of resources into that, and they've gotten better. Number two, he's had great running mates back there. Tim Hightower 2 seasons ago. Then last year, of course, the sensational Alvin Kamara. And last but not least, the defense is playing so much better in New Orleans, they don't have to throw the ball as much on offense. He can run the ball even more.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Under.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And just shedding him off there. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Gun.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flushed out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Breeze hands to Ingram. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. It's Arnold. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Going for it all. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Breeze now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
You're good, you're good. Right forward, right.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Brooks Reed in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing now is Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
There we go. There we go.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A final shot before break. Ryan throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
Hey, let's go.
Now Ryan on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Get up!
Ryan. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
22! Gun, gun, get up! Wait, wait! Gun, gun, gun! Hey, express, express! Gun, gun, gun! Hey, express, express! Go!
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Ready! Yellow lady!
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
12.
On second down, here's Ryan. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
20. Here we go. 22. Space. Get up.
On third down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. Here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
12. 20. Hey, Ripley. 27.
Again, Ryan. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
54, South.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go.
A first down carry for Smith. 20! And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
Gun.
Smith trying to run for it, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Get up! Go!
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's third down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. On third and goal, Ryan. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
21! Get up!
They'll run here with Freeman into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
47's the mic.
Ryan keeps it on the sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down.
54, South!
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's up and good. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready. You're waiting.
Play action. Breeze. Buying time to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brooks Reed in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze now. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Tech McKinley. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. We're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And the Panthers have scored to extend their lead. A win would be their second on the young season. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
21. Hey, Tuesday. There we go.
Here's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The pitch goes to Smith. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Here's Ryan. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Gun. Hey, gun. Let's go. Ready, set.
Throwing now is Ryan. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that...
Now Breeze lost the football, and the Falcons grab it, and they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away. Tuck it.